Hi, are you ready to sell to big clients? So you started doing a lot of networking events and started to hang out on LinkedIn, Facebook, social media, Twitter. But then you realize that you keep bumping into small clients or even worse, your competitors. If this is a case, stay tuned. I'm going to talk about the strategies I use to get in front of those hard to reach decision makers, the ones that are going to take your business to the next level, the ones that can pay you for what you're really worth and build a long term relationship with you. For those people who do not know me, my name is Melinda Chen. I'm the founder of Women Making Big Sales. I've been selling to large corporations for the past 16 years. Every single day, I talk to executives, founders of the companies, and I sell them different things. I've sold in different industries around the world. And now I want to share with female entrepreneurs and show how female entrepreneurs can really grow their business significantly by selling to big companies. So if this is what you're looking for, if this is what you're interested in, stay tuned. And I'm going to show you how I sell to large companies. So when it comes to selling to companies, a lot of times when we're ready to sell and we said, okay, I'm ready to go after those big fish, the first thing people usually do is that they would go to networking events. It could be either Chamber of Commerce, the local business associations, or going to meetup groups. And we get ready, we register for the event. Sometimes we have to pay for the events, and then, we get dressed up and then we go to those events. And we started talking to, once we arrived there, we started talking to people around us and realized a lot of times that these people are not the ideal clients. These people are not the ones that be able to pay us for what we're really worth. And then we started thinking, oh my God, this is such a waste of time. Maybe this group is not worth it. Or what's even worse, you started questioning whether networking works at all for your business. And that's usually the challenge a lot of small entrepreneurs face is that, we're all driven, we're talented, we're ready to work hard to get our clients. But there's this big challenge, how do we actually get in front of our big clients and tell them how great and what, the wonderful things we do? So I have sold in different industries the past 16 years. Every time I get into a new industry, it's a brand new thing for me. I do not have any networks or the connections behind with me to be able to all of a sudden have access to CEOs or founders. And what's even more is that, hey, I'm just a woman. English is not even my first language. And, I'm a busy mom of 2 kids, but I still can sell to those hard to reach decision makers. And I want to share with you how I do it and tell you that it doesn't have to be hard. There are a lot of professional sales executives and they use similar strategies to sell to big companies. You simply need to know how. So when I talk to entrepreneurs and try to understand their sales process and how they try to get in front of big clients, I have to say that it is very important to do networking and then, hanging out in different communities. But the common problems a lot of entrepreneurs face is not doing proper research. When I started selling 16 years ago, there was no internet. Well, there was, but it was not really developed. LinkedIn was non-existent. It was a lot harder to establish a relationship with your client when you didn't have a lot of information about them. But today's world, things are different. And we've got a lot of access to the internet about our client, and that is how you know how to get in front of your clients. I'm not talking about social selling because personally, I think that social selling sometimes gets a little bit overdone. It's competitive. Everybody's talking about selling on LinkedIn, selling on Twitter, selling on Facebook. And there are too many people doing social selling, but not enough doing social research. And that is what we're going to talk about today. Is that it's fine if you want to do the networking, if you want to network to get in front of your big clients, or even if you want to cold call, or if you want to do social selling, that means sell on LinkedIn. That is fine. You can do these, but you have to make sure that your clients are hanging out there. And this is what we're going to do. Talk about is how do you make sure that when you're doing all these important activities, your ideal clients are actually there. and who are you really trying to sell to. So what I would recommend is, in terms of social selling, the first thing I would recommend is, hey, open up your LinkedIn page. If you do not have LinkedIn, send me a message and I will have to open up a LinkedIn page, profile for you, because every single person in this world need to have access to LinkedIn. So I would recommend you to open up your LinkedIn account. You don't have to worry about your LinkedIn profile. A lot of people feel very self-conscious about LinkedIn profile. It's not good enough and blah, blah, blah. That's a different topic. But today we're talking about social research behind the scene. You're doing tons of magic and preparation work so that you're going to see an incredible result. So open up your LinkedIn profile and do a research and trying to find 5 to 10 of your ideal clients. You can do this by doing the advanced search on LinkedIn and try to decide, who your target clients is, typing their positions and the companies, the industry you want to target, and find out 5 to 10 potential ideal clients you want to sell to. Then you started looking at their LinkedIn profile. What you are trying to find is the connectors that would connect you to your potential clients. So basically, we're talking about how to get in front of your decision makers. Selling to businesses, there are all different ways to sell to businesses or consumers. But when it comes to selling to businesses, business introductions remains the most powerful way to connect with your clients. Because let's face it, your hard to reach clients, they are not going to Google. Let's say if you are a marketing manager, they're not going to just Google and to look for a marketing manager. Most likely, they are going to ask their trusted friends, trusted advisors for recommendations. So now you need to find out who their trusted friends or trusted advisors are. And that's what we're trying to do here. So when you're analyzing the 5 or 10 LinkedIn profiles, I want you to focus on 3 different people or different profiles. The first kind of people you're trying to find are the freelancers within the industries. So when you're looking at your target clients' profiles, look at their connections. Or if you cannot find their connections, that's fine. Look at the recommendations they've received or the recommendations they've given. A lot of times your potential clients, they will give recommendations to the freelancers or to the service providers they've been working with. So this is how you find out whom they've been working with. So look, so scroll down. A lot of people focus on the first part of LinkedIn, the positions of the companies and how long they've been in the companies. But scroll down to the bottom of LinkedIn profile and look at recommendations. And this is where you start to see the relationships. Your target client, for example, Mr. James, and who he has given recommendations to because he's worked with so-and-so, a business advisor that he's worked with for many years. Or maybe he's received recommendations from somebody else, and that is how you determine, oh, wow, these are the people he's worked with. And a lot of times, these are the people, like the service providers, they're the freelancers, they're entrepreneurs, and they have to go after clients themselves. And these are the people you should really focus and build connection with. Because these people, first of all, they will be a lot more open to connect with you because they know the importance of relationship. And second of all, once you build once you build the trust with them, you know that they will lead you to your prospective clients, the decision makers. So that is how you started saying, hey, I'm building relationship connections. That's how people build connections and to get them into the really hard to reach decision makers. So the first kind of person you have to find out is this freelance service providers within your target industries. Who has been doing a lot of freelance work and but the trusted freelancers or trusted advisors, business consultants or marketing consultants who has been really prominent within your target industries, and then go out and build relationship with them. And in my blog, I have another On my blog, there's an article, my blog post talking about how to provide value, the CPR value, and to really build value to stand out. So that's the first kind of people you should really connect with. And the second kind of people would be the salespeople. Try to understand, who are the really prominent salespeople within your target industry. Because let's face it, salespeople, we know tons of insider information, and you want to build great relationship with them so that, you become friends, and then you can have coffee together and to really understand, hey, can I get introduced to my potential clients? So look for, if you're looking at your the LinkedIn profiles of your target industries, try to look for the positions such as business development, director of business development, director of sales, account managers, these topics. And these are the people you really want to build relationship with, and making sure that, hey, these people, they've already have years of experience. Look at how many years they've been in the industries. The more, the better. The more means that, and the more influence they have within the target, within your target industry. And the third kind of people that you really want to try to find out within your industry is community builders. Who's been building the communities? It could be the event organizers, founders of a specific associations. And these are the people that are always looking for speakers, and that are always building values, that are always providing values. And they could be a great source for you to first, there will be source of media or source of exposures. If you would have the content to give to your big clients, that these people are the ones that can really make sure, that can really give you access to be exposed to your decision makers. But all these things, trying to figure out within your target industries who the prominent freelancer or consultants are, who's the most powerful business developer, business salespeople are, or also the media managers. These important roles, you gotta do the research first before you start doing your networking or start hanging out, starting building relationships. Because the last thing you want is building tons of small relationships and trying to manage relationships with small clients or with people who are never going to give you sales. You want to spend your time wisely and build relationships with people who are going to give you important values. And that is what you're trying to do. Try to figure out within your target industries, who are the people that are really going to connect with you, to your decision makers. LinkedIn is a great place to start. And if you want to know more strategies like that, feel free to connect with me offline, and I'd be very happy to brainstorm with you and see if we can help you identify either the prominent advisor or consultants, or the community builders, or the important salespeople within your target industry. I hope this is useful. If you have any questions, feel free to private message me or send me a message. And the next time we'll talk about LinkedIn. And I want to talk to you more about the 3 biggest mistakes that you can't afford to make on LinkedIn. And it's going to be really important. I see a lot of entrepreneurs making those mistakes, and I would like to highlight them and making sure that you are aware of those mistakes, and hopefully you can avoid making these mistakes, because they could be quite costly, and you could miss a lot of opportunities. That's it. And thank you very much. And don't forget to like this message, like this video if you like it, and connect with me. Make sure you like Women Making Big Sales Facebook page so that you will get notified when I start talking about LinkedIn. Talk to you next time.